everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we are just going to be making some great big old chocolate chip muffins. Pop is on a muffin kick right now. And this is 3 cups of loosely, I don't scoop my thing down in there. I just loosely drop my flour in there, but it's 3 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to do 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda. I know these cans have really given you all confusion, so one of my sweet followers sent me one with a different label. The green one is the baking soda. And so I'm going to use that. I just opened it up. It's my first time. I'm going to do 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda. And I'm going to put, let's see. Oh, mercy, I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 and, let's see if it's 425, I think. 425, yeah. Let me pop this on real quick. Bake, 425, start. Now, that'll be preheating up. I'm just going to take a little whisk, and this is a Danish whisk. You've never seen these. They're good with bread and all kinds of things, but I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. Got my stuff falling out of my container here. Here we go. Put that over there. Now we're going to, that's pretty well our dry ingredients. Let me see right here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I dropped that in the water. Let me look at something just a second. Okay, I'm going to put in next. I'm going to put in 2 eggs. And you want all these ingredients to be room temperature when you're baking. Makes everything rise even and everything. And my eggs were not room temperature, so I put them in some hot water or warm water to warm them up. So that's why you're seeing that. Makes all your egg white come out of it too when you do that. There we go. Now we're going to put 2/3 cup of 2/3 cup of melted butter. Now I've let this melt in the microwave, and then I let it set for probably 10 minutes. You can see it's starting to solidify on top, but I don't want it too hot to where it messes with my eggs, okay? It can curdle your eggs or scramble your eggs, you know? Now, stir that up a little bit. Let's see if I can keep from splattering everywhere, but you know that's just not going to happen. If there was such thing as being the splatter queen, that would be me. Those eggs do so good when they're warmed up a little bit. Now I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of oil in there. 1/3 cup of oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want to. I wouldn't use avocado or anything like that. You can use vegetable or coconut or just whatever kind of oil that you've got. Then I'm going to put in 1/3 cup of sour cream. If you say, well, Nan, I don't have sour cream, but I've got plain yogurt, you can put you some plain yogurt or some vanilla yogurt. Since we're going to be putting vanilla in this, it'll work. Okay, it's time to use something else beside my little spoon, isn't it? I'm going to get me a little whisk. Trying to think what I have left out. I'm going to read my little notes here. We've got in 1 cup of granulated sugar. We got 1/3 cup of butter. We got 1/3 cup of oil. We've got, I forgot to get out my milk. I've got 1 cup of milk. I'm getting ready to get, we've already put our sour cream in, 1/3 of that. We're going to put in some vanilla. Let me grab my milk. I'm going to put in 1 cup of milk. I'll just measure it in this. Keep me from having to dirty up a bunch of dishes. I'm trying to do it all in one. Trying to think smarter, not harder. Oh, mercy. And then I'm going to put a couple, I might just put, I'm going to put about 1/2 of a tablespoon. A little bit more. About 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla, good vanilla. Keeping all my dirties right there to keep me from having to walk to the sink. That works, don't it? Smarter, not harder. Now, I'm going to take this wonderful dry mixture and I'm going to pour in all of my wet mixture. And I'm going to take my little spatula and I'm going to, well, dropped one, but that's all right. I'll wash that in a minute. Get all my goodie out of here. It's nice and clean. Had somebody tell me, no, I just need to hush. Okay. Get me a drink of water. I'm a water drinking woman, I'm telling you. Now let's get that spatula up, put it in the sink, and let's get something to mix this up really good with. I'm just going to take my little rooster spatula. Is that not the cutest? One of my sweet followers bought it for me. Sent it to me a long time ago. Love using this. You don't want to over mix your batter. You just want to combine it. Let's just make sure there's no dry ingredients still dry, you know. Get it all the way off the bottom. Sometimes that little bit of powder can hide on the bottom, you know. So I'm just sort of raking it through. Yeah, I see a little bit come up. See, you never know when you're gonna run into just a little bit of powder in your batter. Just 425 preheated. Now, I'm gonna set this to the side, and I got a cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels in there, and I had just a few left over in this bag, and I'm going to pour those in there, and I'm going to chop them. I didn't have any mini morsels, which I love the little minis, but I didn't have any, so that means I need to chop up. You know, you just improvise. Didn't have any of those, so I'm going to try to make these a little bit smaller. Thank you, Gigi. We've come cook with Gigi. We were talking about this. I said, I don't have any mini morsels. She said, well, just chop them with your chopper. We're always improvising together. It's not making them small, but it's chopping a little bit, making them a little bit smaller. Those things are pretty hard. Okay, let me put about I'm gonna put a teaspoon of flour, a heaping teaspoon. You can see that's heaping in there, and just stir my morsels. That keeps your morsels from all going to the bottom. See how it coats your chocolate chips? Or if you're doing fruit, if you're, take this recipe and you're going to put some fresh fruit in there or whatever, just put whatever you've got in here and toss a little bit of flour. And we're going to fold it in to our batter. Don't want to over mix your batter, so we're just folding. That means, for people that don't know what that means, for young cooks, that means you go to the bottom with your spatula, just sort of roll it over. There we go. Now, let's get our pan and get it ready. Let me tell you something. I got a telephone call, so I didn't get to show y'all, but I greased my muffin pans real good, and I'm going to tell you something. If you will, and I don't really have room to do that in this one because I'm trying to get everything out. Hang on a minute. Let me grab me a little spatula and get all this goodie out of there. If you will, do like this. Every other hole in your muffin pan, just put your muffin things in there, and then every other hole, just leave it void. It lets air get in up around your muffins, and it keeps them from holding each other down. When you got them side by side and the tops come up and sort of touch one another. I don't know what's wrong with my screen. Something's going on. Hang on. Now, I think I had probably big fingerprints on where I'd been on that telephone, but and on my camera, and it made it sort of look blurry. So I had to fix it. This is all that I've got left. Which one am I going to put that one in here? Let me get my, right. So it made 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are going to be big. And I'm going to tell you something else too if you'll do. If you'll mix up your batter and let it rest for about anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. Let it rest and it comes up, you'll have some big muffins. I'm popping this in there 425. And we'll see our beautiful, I forgot something. Hang on a minute. I'll get off on something else and forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, goodness. I had just a few chocolate chips. I'm going to put them here and there and yonder on top. Do you believe I couldn't get in the pantry part where I could get my chocolate chips out? Now I'm going to take some sugar. If you've got like a heavy, coarse sugar, that right there will work really good. Where is the sugar? I have to think a minute. I have to think. Let me get it out of my big container thing here. But I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of sugar on the top. Sadie's come to see if I dropped one little dribble. But if you will wait and let your batter rest for a little while, you will see a big difference. And if you'll leave a gap in between your muffins, I couldn't in this one, but this is a big, deep muffin pan. Big, deep. This is for extra large jumbo size. Now, we'll see what pretty muffins we've got in just a little while. I want to tell you one thing. I've got it on 425. I'm going to leave them in there for 425 for about 5 minutes. I'm getting my towel on my stove. For about 5 minutes, and then we're going to drop the heat down to 350, and we're going to bake them on 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. So 5 minutes on 425. Then we're going to drop it down to 350 for about 25 minutes. Okay? Look at these things. If you don't believe that letting your batter rest can help your muffins, look at this. And then turn around and do them about 20-25 minutes at 350, okay? Hang on just a second. Pop's calling in. Pop was checking in saying I'm coming home for lunch. So just wanted to tell y'all that these are so easy to make. They freeze well. Be sure and let your batter rest. Again, I'm going to say that. Let it rest anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. I let mine go about 45 minutes. 45 minutes to an hour in there. And look how big your muffins get. This is in big, super size muffin tins. These are the smaller ones. And you can see, look at here. Looky there. What a big old muffin. Delicious. I'm going to tell you, I love y'all, and I just want you to know how much the good Lord loves you. Don't ever let the day go by without talking to him, because I'm telling you, I couldn't make it a minute without him. Not a minute. Please. Look at there. I don't have room to set nothing. These are so good. So good. I hope y'all get a chance to make yourself some. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go rest for a while. Before Pop comes home, I'll have to get everything out to warm him up some leftovers, okay? Remember, 425 for 5 minutes. And then drop your temperature down to 350 and bake about 20-25 minutes. And I will see y'all next time, Lord willing, for another recipe, or we'll go out on the farm and do something. So just don't never forget how much the good Lord loves you. Bye-bye. Thank y'all for watching.